चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णा प्रेम प्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्णा चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थसुविज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदयादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया। मनश्च भद्रं भजतादधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहैतुकी। Reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 11, Chapter 15, verse number 12. Sri Krishna is describing the various types of siddhis, yogic perfections, because in the previous chapter he spoke about the attainment of Brahma Sahajya through meditation. So on that the question was asked how. Then he said that various siddhis can become manifest in the process. So then Uddhava asked what type of siddhis become manifest by which type of meditation. So he spoke about 8 primary and 10 secondary, but he gave a list of 15. So we studied some of them Anima, Mahima, and then Prapti, Prakamya, Isita, Vasita, Kamvasahita, all this. So he described how by meditating on the Bhut Sukshmas one can attain Anima, and by meditating on Mahat one can attain the Siddhi called Mahima. Now he says Parmanu Maye Chittam Bhutanam Mai Ranjayan Kala Sukshma Arthatam Yogi Laghimanam Vapnuyat. So the third one is called Laghima. Laghima means to become light. So you can become light, as they say that you can travel on the rays of the sun and go to the sun. So you can catch the ray, just like they do surfing. So they go on the waves of the water. Light is also a wave, so you can jump on it and they move, so you can go back. The rays are coming from sun to this side, you can go also the opposite direction. So he says that if you meditate on me as like a Parmanu with your Chitta, Bhutanam Parmanu May. Parmanu, the Panch Mahabhutas, according to Nyaya, 4 of them are made of Parmanu. But here in Vedanta, Akasha also is made of Parmanu. Because there Akasha is Nitya, here it is not Nitya, it is manifest from Tanmatra. Right? So if it is manifest from Tanmatra, it cannot be Vibhu. So it is also made of parts. So therefore there are 5 Parmanus. Akasha also. So Parmanu May, Bhutanam Parmanu May, Chittam May Ranjan. So fixing the mind on Krishna, thinking of Parmanu. Then Yogi Kala Sukshma Arthatam Laghiman Avapnuyat. So you can attain Laghima, which is Kal Sukshma Arthata. So means you become the atom of time, small. Time also has parts. In Nyaya, time is also Vibhu, eternal, but not here. So that lightness comes. Bhutanam madhye ya parmanu bhar shunya. And this is Jiva Goswami. So he says that parmanu maye vayavadi bhutanam ye parmanava tanmaye. So parmanu maye means of being parmanu atom of Vayu, etc. The Panch Bhutas is not including Akasha. But Jiva Goswami says Akash Parmanu Sukshma. So Tadupadahu cha Mai Chittam Ranjayan. So fixing the mind on me. Then Kal Sukshmarthatam Kalasya ya Sukshmansa Parmanu. So the part of time is also Parmanu. Time is also made of that. Saivartha upadhir yasya tattam tadvat adilaguttarupam. So that is the upadhi of Bhagavan, and one attains the characteristic like that because of meditation. Means you become light. Because time does not have any weight. So Laghimanam taduktam sakalaya parmanurvayo bhunkte parmanu swarupene. No, bhunkte parmanu tamiti. So this was described by Kapila, no Maitreya Rishi earlier. That time is called Parmanu time, which sun takes to cover the distance of the size of an atom. So that is the Parmanu time. Dhāryan mai aham tattve mano vaikārike ekhilam Sarvendriyanam atmatvam prapti prapnoti manmana. If one meditates on me as ahankara, with the sattva, sattvic, vaikarik, aham tattva, sattvic, ahankarik, then he says that one attains the nature of the atmatvam, sarvendriyanam atmatvam prapti. So whatever the senses can attain, then you can also attain that prapti. That's how it was described, that prapti means that you can experience objects which somebody else may have. Through their senses also you can experience. So that's why it says sarvendriyanam atmatvam. So you attain the swarupa of all the senses. And by this you get the prapti. Manmana, by fixing the mind on me. So vaikarik ahankar upadho mai akhilam ekagram. So ahankar upadhi, considering me as upadhi of sattvic ahankara, akhilam ekagram, one pointed mind, sarvendriyanam, sarvesham indriyanam abhisht vishaya grahakanam, atmatva natma swarupena bhoktritvam. Atmatvena. So atmatva here means that you get the capacity to have the experience, bhoktritva, of those particular sense objects. Then mahati atmani yah sutre dharyen mai manasam prakamyam parmishtyam me vindate avyakta janmana. By meditating on sutra, which is also coming from avyakta prakriti, if one fixes the mind on me as sutra, mahati atmani, it's also called mahat. Mahat tattva is there, sutra is there. There is the sutra part. That is the kriya shakti. So one attains prakamya, which belongs to parmeshti, parmeshtyam, parmeshti Brahma, because Brahma has everything. So may vindate avyakta janmana. Avyakta means prakriti. Kriya shakti pradhanam mahattvatvam eva sutram. So Mahatattva itself, when it is predominated by Kriya Shakti, is called Sutra. So sometimes Sutra is explained as a separate Tattva, sometimes not. Generally in Sankhya they only have Mahatattva, then Ahankara. But Mahatattva has two divisions, Gyan Shakti, Kriya Shakti. So predominated by Gyan Shakti is called Mahat, predominated by Kriya Shakti is called Sutra. Tadupadho mai prakamyam aishwaryam vindate. So then one attains the aishwarya in the form of prakamya siddhi. Tadeva kim parmeshtyam parmeshtyano bhava. So what is that? He says this is the power of parmeshti. Parmeshtyam katham bhutasya me avyakta janma avyaktat janma yasya tasya sutrasya Sutra upadharityartha. So that is sutra which comes from avyakta, pradhan, prakriti. So considering Bhagavan as the upadhi of sutra, then you meditate on that, then you get the prakamya. Vishnu trayadhishvare chittam धार्येत काल विग्रहे सैषित्वम अवाप्नोति क्षेत्र क्षेत्रज्ञ चोदना. If one meditates on Vishnu, who is the Lord of three, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, and who is Kala Vigraha, who is the controller, superseer of everything. Then one attains the Siddhi called Ishitva. Ishitva was described that you can control others by putting Shakti into them. Isha means to control. So Ishatvam Avapnoti. Both Kshetra and Kshetragya. So both can control the body, can also control the Jiva himself by infusing your Shakti into that. Adhishware Trigun Maya Niyantari. So Adhishwar means that he is the controller of the three gunas. Because till now you are only seeing him as the Upadhi with the gunas. Now he is seeing as Ishvara, so you also get the power to control. Kala Vigrahe Kalaha Kalayita Drashta Tattvarupe Tatswarupe. So Kala Vigrahi says that one who is the Drashta of time, Tatswarupe Ishitvam Vishinasti. Kshetragyanam Jivanam Kshetranam Tadupadhinam Cha Chodanam Preranam Tatra Tatra Swashakti Sancharanam. So you can control both the Kshetragyas, the Jivas, as well as the bodies or their upadhis of the Jivas. Means subtle body, gross body. Both can be controlled. How the control is done? He says Swashakti Sancharanam. But you can infuse them with your Shakti and then control. Narayane Turiyakhye Bhagavat Shabd Shabdite Manomai Adhadat Yogi Mad Dharma Vashitamiyat. And if you meditate on Narayana as the fourth principle, beyond Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, which is known as by the word Bhagavan. So Narayana, the word Bhagavan refers to Narayana. So Manomai Adadat Yogi Mad Dharma Vashitam. If one meditates on him by fixing the mind, then he says one will attain the Siddhi called Vashita. So this Narayana and Vishnu, the difference is being made because Vishnu is the one who is controlling the Purusha. Pratham Purusha, Dvitiya Purusha, Tritiya Purusha. Karnodakshaya Vishnu, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, Shirodakshaya Vishnu. So they are the controller of Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. Then they take three forms: Vishnu, Paramatma, Brahma, Shiva. So they are still related with the gunas because they are controlling. Then Narayana is above. So therefore he is called Turiya. Turiya means the fourth. So he is beyond. Therefore he is called Bhagavan. Vishnu is called Paramatma. So by that you get Vasita. Turiyakhye. So he is quoting the sloka, Virat Hiranya Garbhasya Karanam Chaiti Upadhaya Ishasya Tribhirhinam Turiyam Tat Padam Vidam. So there are three upadhis of the Ishvara: Virat, Hiranyagarbha, and then Karan. So just like there is a Karan Sharir, Sukshma Sharir, Sthul Sharir. So with the upadhi of Sthul Sharir, it's called Virat. With the upadhi of Sthul plus Sukshma, it's called Hiranyagarbha. And with the upadhi of Karan, it's called Ishvara. And beyond these three is Turiya. So So therefore he says Triyatribhinam Turiyam Tatpadam Vidu. So means he is not having any upadhis. Ityevam Turiyam Akhyayasya. So this is the name Turiya who has this. Tasmin iti anena bhagvat sabdita iti anena cha Narayanas. So in him you meditate or fix your mind in him. He is called by the word Bhagwan, Narayana. Turiyatve sadari aishwarya tattve cha mansadharya mani sati. So he is Bhagwan. Bhagwan means he has got the 6 types of powers. Aishwaryasya, samagrasya, veryasya, yasya, shriya, jnana vairagyasya chapi, shannam, bhage tingana. So all these aishwarya, virya, jnana, vairagya, shri. So he is called Bhagavan Narayana. So ayam artha, the meaning is as follows. Yasya sthulam sukshmam chaiti karyadvayam no upadhi. Karanam maya cha no upadhi. So he is saying one who does not have the upadhi of cause or the effect. So maya or avidya is the cause, and then subtle body and gross body, they are the upadhis. So these 3 are not there. That is the Turiya. He does not have any of these upadhis. Problem with this? Kintu Turiya, so this is Sachidananda Vastu Akhya, Akha Gamya Akaro Yasya. So he is Sachidananda. Tasmin Narayane Sachaken Sabdeno Chete Tatraha Bhagavad Samdeta. So he is Narayana and he is called by the word Bhagavan. Vashitam Gunesu Asangam. So he attains Vasita. So now this Vasita is without any contact of the gunas. That means the previous ones were having some relationship with the gunas. This one is free from that, because this is coming directly from Bhagavan Narayana. Then comes Nirgune Brahmani Mai Dharyan Vishadam Manaha Paramanandam Apnoti Yatra Kamo Avsiyate. Then the 8th one is called Kamavasayita. So this comes when the mind is fixed on Nirgun Brahma. So by that one attains Paramananda, pure bliss. And this is the limit of the bliss. Yato vacha nivartante aprapya manasasa. In Tattreya Upanishad there is Anandavalli, where there is a description of the various levels of Anandas, beginning from the human Martyananda, when somebody is young, healthy, and is the ruler of the whole planet. The amount of happiness which he derives is called 1 unit of happiness. And then it is 100 times more, going up to Brahma. And then beyond that it says that there is no limit, no description. That is the Brahman, Brahmananda. Yato vacha nivartante. So that's the Paramananda he attains. Sarvopi kamo yatra avsiyate samapyate. So kama avasayita, why is it called kama avasayita? He gives a reason for that. He says which is the avasan or end of all kama, means all your desires come to an end. Beyond that there is nothing. So therefore this is called kama vasayita siddhi. Brahma sayujyam iti sandarbha. Jiva Goswami says that this is what Brahma sayujya is, because he is meditating on Brahman. So therefore, according to Jiva Goswami, Brahma sayujya is also one of the siddhi, the eighth siddhi. He writes this, Brahma sayujyam api siddhi madhya ganitam. And Vishnu Chakravarti refers to Jiva Goswami's statement, Brahma sayujyam iti sandarbha. So therefore Brahma sayujya is also siddhi. And he says that all these siddhis are obstacles, so this is also obstacle. For Vaishnavas, they don't want this. So these are the 8. Now come the other one. कौन सी चाहिए?
Babaji, this last siddhi, what he is mentioning, is it because the way it has been explained earlier by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, it was different. And now he is taking it as Brahma Sayujya. And he is also mentioning the word Paramanandam Prapnoti.
How it was explained before?
He, in the commentary of verse number 5, where the enumeration of these siddhis came, he is saying, Yat kam, yat sukham kamayate, tad avasyati, tasya simanam prapnoti, ashtami, kam vasaita nam siddhi.
So same thing is said here. How is it different? Here also it says
no, here the calm is material calm or spiritual calm. So when we say about Brahma Sayujya,
no more calm. It says where karma comes to an end, material, spiritual, nothing. No more kamana. That is what Brahma Sayujya is. Once you have Brahma Sayujya, where is the kamana for what?
So it is same as Brahma Sayujya? I mean, the way it was explained earlier, because...
Yeah, because he says that this is where all your kamanas come to an end. And that is Brahma Sayujya. Before that, you may have this siddhi, that siddhi. Then you want something, but once Brahma Sayujya is there is nothing to desire. You become Brahma.
And one more question, Babaji, related to this. In the previous verse, when he says meditating on Narayan, Turiya Akhe Narayane Bhagavad Shabdite, Manomai Adadat Yogi Mad Dharma Vashaita Miyat. So, generally our conception is that Bhagwan, who is endowed with 6 opulences, he is superior to Brahman.
Yeah.
But here, first of all, he is in the last, he is counting as Nirgun Brahma. Means after...
Yeah, but he is not giving any gradation of Brahman here, any tattva, that this tattva is superior. He is talking about siddhis. If you want this siddhi, this is how you get it. Otherwise, if you have with Narayana, then you will have kamana to do seva.
Yeah, if we are meditating on Narayana, then we should have a desire to do seva, not of the...
But he is not interested in seva, he wants siddhi. So you get that. Bhagavan gives what you want. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam stathai bhajamyaham. Simple. So don't run after siddhis. So Swet Dvipa Patau Chittam Shuddhe Dharmamaye Mayi Dhāryan Shvetatam Yati Shadurmi Rahito Nara Now again he is coming to the form, because he is talking about some siddhis where you can still have kamana. So he says, if you fix your mind on the Lord of Śvēta-dvīpa, who is personification of dharma, then you also become Śvēta, become a white man. Indians are very much into skin, right? Fair skin. So if you want a fair skin, worship the fair-skinned one, Śvēta-dvīpa, land of Śvēta, white people. So Śvētata here means that one becomes free from the gunas. Sadurmi rahito nara. Then one attains anurmitvam was there, one siddhi, that you don't have any urmi. Urmi means disturbance, agitation. They come from the gunas. So now you get Śvēta, situated in Sattva. Sattva brings peace. So that is anurmitva, siddhi. अतः परम गुण हेतु का श्वेतताम शुद्ध रूपताम इति अनुर्मीम अनुर्मीमत्वनाम्नि सिद्धि. So now he is talking about the siddhi which is called anurmimat. So he attains Shuddha Ruptam Gun Hetuka Śvētatam Shuddha Ruptam. So that is Śvētata Shakti. So this is Rajastamohin Sattva. Means you don't have. There will be some rajas tamas, because it is also coming from the gunas, and gunas are mixed. But those rajas and tamas are not disturbing. They are not causing urmi. No waves. Urmi means waves. You got waves in the mind, waves of desire, hunger, thirst, anger, rag, dvesh. So these Shadurmi, 6 types of Kam, Krodha, Lobh, Moh, Mad, Matsarya. So those urmis are not coming anymore.
Said that Dashaeva Guna Hetava. Now he is saying Shuddha Ruptam. So apparently...
Read the commentary, Baba. He says Guna Hetuka. It is written right there. What are we saying? I just read Guna Hetuka. Guna also have Suddhata. Means Sattva. Rajas tamas is what causes trouble.
Okay, so this is the Sattva, where no urmis are there.
If you have Sattva, there is no urmi. It's only Sattva. Sattva means just existence. Urmi is little bit more than existence, right? Some jumping up, down. Then he says, Mai akashatmani prane mansa ghoshamudvahan tatrupalabdha bhutanam hamso vacha shrunoti aso. So there was another one where you can hear the sound which is far away, Dur Shravan, right? Television, Doordarshan. So this is you meditate on the Akasha, because the quality, guna of the Akasha, quality of Akasha is Shabda. So you meditate on that and the prana. Mansa Ghosha Mudhuhan, sound also is coming from the Vayu Tattva, and it is in the Akasha, so both are mentioned. So to meditate on that, then you get that you can hear the sound. Hamsa here means yogi. So vacha shnotya. So this yogi can hear the sound which is far away. Can link up. Akashatma ya prana. So prana which is in the form of akasha. Samasti vyasti rupa. So whether individual prana or the complete prana. Tadrupe mai mansa ghosham nadam udvahan. So through the mind meditating on the nada form of Bhagavan. Chintayan tatra akashe uplabdha vivaktaya bhutanam vacha. So then the speech of the living beings, not necessarily only human beings, you can also hear the sound of other beings. You can also understand the language of others. Animals also speak. Recently they discovered through AI, there was some news that the crows also communicate with each other. They have a lot of talk with each other. It's a discovery by the AI, right? What is it, you know? The crows, how they make fun of human beings, crows. Yeah, they come and say, this guy is like this. They talk like that, you know, crows. They're telling this fellow, don't just be aware of him. He's dangerous, they tell.
They tell who's you should watch out for.
Yeah.
The bad ones, who threw the rock at me, and they all like come up against that person. But they spread it on to the generations too. They tell
They warn others.
Yeah. It's so interesting.
Beware of this person. So he can understand this without AI also. So Suddha Sansrinoti Durasravanam. So this is the Durasravanam. Tele-hearing. Chakshus tvashtri sanyojya tvashtaram api chakshushi mam tatra mansadhyayan vishvam pashyati sukshmadrik. Then to fix the eye on the sun and the sun in the eye, to meditate on me with the mind, then the yogi gets a very subtle sense of sight, sukshmadrik, that he can see anything in the world, Vishwam. Just sitting here, he can see what is happening on Mars. Doesn't have to go there. Can get the news. You can also see what you cannot see. So Tvashta Surya, Tvashta means the sun god. Tasmin Chakshu Sanyojya. So to unite the eyes with him. And Chakshu Sicha Tam Sanyojya. And to unite sun in the eye. Tatra Ubhaya Sanyogo Mam Dhyayan. Sanyoge. And then in this union of these two, meditate on me. Then Vishwam Sarvam Durasthitam Api Pashyati Duradarshanam. So then he will see everything, even situated at a far away. So this is the siddhi called Durdarshan. The word Vishwa means all. Vishwa also means universe, but Vishwa means all. So Vishwam Pashyati means he can see anything. Manomai susanyojya deham tadanu vayuna madharananubhavena tatra atma yatra vai manaha. So the next one was that you could manojava. That's what they call manojava, that you can move with the speed of the mind. So therefore he says that you now fix the mind through air, deham tadanu madharananu Mai Sanyojya. So fix the mind on Bhagavan with the help of air. Then by meditating on me, the effect of that will be Atma Yatra Vaimana. Wherever your mind goes, your body will also go there. You just think and you will reach there immediately. So this is the Manojava Siddhi. मनोमयी संयोज्य तदनुवर्तिना वायुना सह देहम च संयोज्य या मद्धारणा क्रियते तस्या प्रभावेन यत्र मनो याति तत्रैव आत्मा स्थूल देहोपि याति इति मनोजव. So fixing the mind on me and then fixing the body along with the air, following with the mind, then you meditate on me, and by this meditation the effect of this will be that wherever the mind goes, the Atma, here means the gross body, also goes there. So this Siddhi is called Manojava Siddhi. Then the next one was Kamarupa. You take the form as you, whatever you desire, you can get that particular form. Yada mano upadaya yad yad rupam bubhushati tat tad bhaven mano rupam madyoga balam ashraya. So now he says mana upadaya. So you take you meditate and make the mind as the ingredient, material cause, and with that mind you make the body, and whatever body you will make using your mind, then that's what you will become. Manorupam. Madhyoga balam ashraya, by the power of my yoga bala, yoga, meditation on me. So this is the Kamarupa Siddhi. Mano upadaya upadan karanam kritva. So making mind as the material cause for that particular body. Yat yat devadi rupam bhavitum ichchati. Whatever form you want to become some deva. Sometimes devata like Indra became as Gautam, right, to Ahilya. So he has this Siddhi, right? He took that form. So then they can change their form. Tat tat manorupam manobhishtrupam bhavet. So whatever form you desire, you can have that. Tatra mayi yoga yoga dharana tasya balam prabhave vasha. So this is because of meditation on Bhagavan, by the strength of that sadhakamiti kamarupam. So then you can attain that Kamarupa Siddhi. Then the next one was Parkaya Pravesh, entering into others' body. Parkayam Vishan Siddha Atmanam Tatra Bhaviyet Pindam Hitva Vishet Prano Vayu Bhuta Shadangrivat. So for this Siddhi you have to meditate that Atmane Tatra Bhaviyet, to meditate that you are entering with your mind into other's body. So then giving up your pinda, pinda means this body, material body is called also pinda, universe is called anda, this is called pinda. Yat yat ande tat tat pinde. So then prano vayu bhuta, so then you become like the prana and enter into the other body. Just like the air is going inside body, you can also enter into somebody's body through air. So it says Sadangrivat, like a bee, honey bee is going from one flower to another flower. Like that you can enter into body. If you are not happy with your body, you can enter into somebody else's body. Right? So you are somebody, then you become somebody. So from somebody to somebody. So tatra parkaye pindam stula deham hitva. So but you have to leave your body. You cannot take your body and enter into another body. That's not possible. You cannot accommodate. So you have to go into the air body. Prana hai prana pradhana linga shariropadi. So you have to go with the subtle body which is moved by the prana. In Bhagavad Gita also Krishna describes that when somebody dies, that how the prana lives with the senses. So therefore prana. So you carry the prana into someone's, along with the prana the subtle body also goes. And then you can do whatever you want to do. So san vayu bhuta bahye vayuna bhuta prapta. So through the external air. Vishet parakayam pravishet. So you enter into the body of another person. Sadangrir yatha pushpat pushpantaram vishati madhyog dharana prabhavina. Just like the honeybee goes from one flower to another flower to another flower, like that you can also fly from one body to another body to another body. Experience what is inside them. Can do survey, body survey. Some people, they can see your body and tell you what problem you have, right? They scan your body. So you can also do, yogi can also scan the body like that. Body scanner, Siddhi.
Babaji, this he has to leave his body.
Yeah.
So what happens to his body when he enters the other's body?
And if you don't protect it, somebody can eat it. If you leave it in, if you leave it in the open, the dog will come and eat.
No, but he has to come back from the other's body.
So that's why he has to give it in protected place, so that it is not harmed by someone. Once body is dead, then flies come, ants come, everything starts coming. Right? It becomes food. As long as you are alive, then you are one situation. Once the body is left, so you have to protect. That's what Shankaracharya, when he left his body, he has told the disciples that protect my body.
So only the sthul there remains, suksham and the karan they enter the other's body. Okay.
So madhyog dharana prabhavena iti yojyam iti parkaya pravesha. So he says this is also by the power of meditation on me. This should also be added here. Then the next one was giving up the body, dying. Swecha mrityu was there, ichha mrityu, that you can leave your body at your own will. So this is the process he is giving. Because to leave the body, you have to take the prana out of it. So he says, Parshna pidya gudam pranam hridauri kantha murdhasu aropya brahmarandhrina brahmanitvotsrajetanam. So he says that you have to do this siddhasana, siddhasana, you have to press the inner area with the heel of your foot to block the air, so that the air doesn't go down, it goes up. And then you have to move the prana from Muladhara to Swadhisthana to Manipur, Anahat, Vishuddhi, Agya, then Sahasrara Chakra. And there is a Brahmarandhra at top of the head, there is a hole. If you have seen a baby, then if you see that this actually is pulsating, it's very soft. Later on it becomes hard. So when that breaks, and the yogi can leave from there, and then you get Brahm Sahaj. That's why it is called Brahmarandhra. Randhra means entry. So this is the entry into the Brahman. So that's the, what we call the top chakra, crown chakra. This is the crown chakra, but there are two more chakras above that. That is Vaikuntha. It's only Brahman. So he says, Brahmarandhrena Brahmanitva Utsrajetanam. So he says that you give up the body while merging into the Brahman. Brahmanitva means that carry yourself into the Brahman. Body is given up. Body doesn't go with you. So Parshnina Gudam Nirudhya, by blocking the anus through the heel of the foot. Pranam Pranopadhim Atmanam. So this prana here is not just prana, but subtle body will get out. Brahmarandhrena Murdhadvarena, from the crown chakra. Brahma Nirvishesam Savishesham Va Nitva Prapayetanum Tyajet. So he says whether Nirvishesh or Savishesh, then Tanum Tyajet Swachanda Mrityu Yogi of the body.
Babaji, just one question.
Did not say if he attains moksha or not. Yes.
Babaji, in the Anvitarth Prakashika, the word Gudam has been glossed as Mooladharam. So is it always?
There is a Mooladhara chakra there.
So is it always, I mean, we should take it that Mooladhara chakra is always in Guda, or specifically here for this place the word Guda means Mooladhara chakra?
Here, not everywhere.
Okay.
It is referring to Mooladhara chakra only.
But apparently in grossly looks like that by the feet, if he has to block the whole of the anus, then so...
Yeah, it is Mooladhara, it's a little above that, it is understood, that's why he is translating it.
Okay.
Then other one was that Dev Krida Darshan was there, Sur Krida Darshan. Seeing the play of the Devas or playing with them. So now he is described. He says, Viharishyan Sura Kride Matstham Sattvam Vibhavayet Vimanena Upatishtanti Sattva Vritti Surastriyaha. So he says that while desiring to play in the garden of the Devas, then you should fix the mind on me, thinking of that playground, Surakride Matastham, as if it is in him. By this meditation, he says that the Apsaras, they will come with the Viman, with their air vehicles, because they are made of sattva vritti. So he is not only seeing, but he can also play with them, that's what he is saying. Earlier he only said that you have darshan of them, right? He was only talking about having, what was the name called? Sahakridanu Darshanam. So you can also play with them. The Apsaras. Sattvam Sviya Antakaranam. So the word Sattva here means the Antakarana or the Manas. Matstham Madgatam Chintayet. So think of that it has entered into Bhagavan. Tatasya sattva vrittya surastriya stamagatya sevanta iti dev krida prapti. So then the Apsaras will come and render service to you. So this is the dev krida prapti siddhi. Only problem always is that this is about the men. What about the women? So they don't talk about that. So yatha sankalpayed buddhya yada va matparah puman mai satye mano yunjan tatha tat samupasne asnute. So next one was Sankalp Siddhi. So whatever you desire, you attain perfection in that. So it says Yatha Sankalpiyet Buddhya Yada Va Mat Parapuman. So whatever you make Sankalpa, resolve with your Buddhi, then by meditation on me and fixing the mind on me, then you can attain that particular thing, whatever you desire. So that is Sankalp Siddhi. Yada va akale kale api ityartha. Yada means whenever, whether it is appropriate time or not. Yatha va iti pathe yatha sankalpet. Or if the reading is not yatha, yada but yatha as we have it here, then as one thinks. Yena va prakarena, in whichever way, mat parasyat, so becomes devoted to me. Satya sat sankalpe mai. So you have to think of Bhagavan as Satya Sankalpa. So basically whatever quality you or siddhi you want, you have to meditate on Bhagavan accordingly, that he has this siddhi or he is personified of this. Then you also get that. Tatha teneve prakarane tat swabhishtam vastum prapnoti iti sankalp siddhi. So then whatever you desire, you attain that. This is called sankalp siddhi. Yo vai madbhava apanne ईशितुर वशितु पुमान कुतश्चिन्न विहन्येत तस्य चाज्ञा यथा मम. The next one was apratihatagya, that your order is never disobeyed. So you think of Bhagavan also, that he is the person who has the Ishita and Vashita Siddhi. And then you will attain those Siddhis and no one will be able to disobey you. Just like Bhagavan's order is not disobeyed. So mata mattaha sakasad bhavam dhyanatishene isitritvam vasitritvam va mattaha. So one attains this siddhi of ishita and vashaita, means controlling, by meditation on Bhagavan. Kidrishad ishitu vashitu sarvan vashikartu. So what type of Bhagavan? Bhagavan who has ishitva and vasitva, who is the controller. So then you are able to control everybody. Na vihanyet na vihata bhavet. Then your order will not be disobeyed by anybody. This is apratihata agyatvam siddhi. Then there was Trikalagya. You can come to know past, present, future. So it says Mad Bhaktya Shuddha Sattasva Yogino Dharana Vidaha Tasya Traikaliki Buddhir Janmi Mrityu Brahmita. By devotion to me, a yogi who is situated in Shuddha Sattva and knows how to meditate, Dharana Vida, then he attains Traikaliki Siddhi. You will have knowledge of birth, death, etc. Everybody. So this is Traikaliki Siddhi. अतः परम क्षुद्रा धारणा विदय इति त्रिकाले गेश्वर धारणा सूचिता. So he says, now this is being described, the Siddhi, where you consider Bhagavan as Trikalagyeshwara, means he is the Lord of those who know him, as those who are the knower of 3 times, he is the best of them. So those who have this dharana, then they attain that Siddhi. Trikaliki, Trikala Vastu Vishya. So Traikaliki Siddhi means that you know about the objects in 3 times, past, present, future. Janma Mrityu Brahmita, Janma Maryorapi Ubrahmita. Along with that you also know about birth and death. Buddhi meva prapta bhavatu na tu kinchidapi hrasti ityartha. So you have this knowledge and this is not diminished. Iti Trikalagyattvam. So this is Trikalagya Siddhi.
Babaji, what is the meaning of Param Kshudra here? Kshudra generally means Kshudra.
Yeah, these are insignificant siddhis,
But then he says, meditating on my roof which is beyond sattva, param shuddh sattva yogi. Yogi who is in shuddh sattva. So we will meditate on something which is param shuddra. So could not get the sense.
Means the siddhi is not great, param kshudra. The siddhi is. Param means what? Now from there, these are all kshudra. Dharana vida. Kshudra dharana vida means these people who are knowing this meditation are not very great. That's what it is. Then the last one was that you are able to, what you call, counter poison, fire, etc. Water, right? So this is the last one. He says, Agni adir bhirna hanyata muner yog mayam vapu madyogasya anta shranta chittasya yadasam udukam yatha. So he says, one will not be obstructed by fire, etc. One who is meditating on my form, which is made of yoga. Madhyoga shranta chittasya, whose chitta has become peaceful by practice of my yoga. He said, just like yadasam udukam yatha, just like the aquatics can play in water, water is not a problem for them. Like that, this person can play in fire, water, anywhere. Poison, nothing is going to stop him. Agni adir sarvopghat sunyo bhagwan iti evam bhuta dhyana yogena. So thinking of Bhagwan who is not obstructed by anything such as fire, etc. By such meditation, Shrant Chittasya, whose mind has become Shrant, generally means tired, but here means peaceful. Muner Yogmaya, Yoga Paripakam, Vapur Agni Adivir Nahanyat. So when he will attain perfection in this type of meditation, then his body will not be burnt in fire, etc. Yatha Yadasam Udak Upghatakam na bhavati. Just like the aquatics are not disturbed by water. Pratyut Kridaspadam, rather they enjoy being in water. Tatheva tasya agnade iti agnyadi pratishtam. So in this way, he will also have perfection of these siddhis. Just like Holika was supposed to have, the sister of Hiranyakashipu. That she will not burn in fire. Did not work. And then there is the last one, we can read also, that was aparajita, that you don't become defeated by anybody, unconquerable. Mad vibhuti rabhidhyayan srivat sastra vibhushitaha dhvajat patra vyajnai sa bhaveda parajita. So one who meditates on Bhagwan and his vibhutis, when he is having Srivatsa and all his weapons, flag, umbrella, chamara, etc., then that person becomes unconquerable. Nobody can defeat him. So this was the last of the siddhi. Mad vibhutir mad avtaran sadhvajadibhi sahito bhaved aparajitasya bhaved iti aparaja namni siddhi. So meditating on his vibhutis and avtaras along with the flag, etc., then one becomes a aparajita. So this is the description of all the siddhis. Then he's just going to tell that these siddhis are not anything great. Better not to be attracted to them. So I'll stop here if there is any question to be asked.
Babaji, there was also there were two other siddhis which were mentioned, Advandvam and Parachita Dhyabhignata.
Which one?
Advandvam, to be free from duality. It came after Chikalagyatva. And then Parachitta Dhyabhignata, to be able to read others' thoughts.
Okay, I didn't speak about that. Well, you can just think if he is Trikalagya, he can also know about others' mind. And Anurmitvam was there, not being disturbed by the Urmis. So dualities are also Urmis, he is not disturbed by that.
And I also wanted to know in Shloka 28, when he says Shuddha Sattvasya Yogino, so Shuddha Sattva applies to yogi, he who is established in Shuddha Sattva, or it means, or Madbhaktya Shuddha Sattvasya.
No, Shuddha Sattva is applying to yogi.
To yogi.
If he is desiring what he can get it. There is a different reading also here, Shuddha Tattvasya. Mohini.
This where we can play in water and not get drowned, etc. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in the ocean and he was being fished out by the fishermen, I don't remember the exact lila. Was this because he was having this siddhi, he was not getting drowned in the ocean and he was fished out?
Maybe the water was not very deep. You need certain amount of water to drown, right?
Yeah.
He's quite tall. So he already has some siddhi that you need this much water to be drowned. Right? Height is also siddhi.
Yeah.
So he has that. He was more than 6 feet.
This where the yogi can enter someone else's body by living the prana or by living with the prana. Does the person in whom he enters, does he feel that someone is entering in me? Or he doesn't feel the yogi, this mystic power entering in him?
Depends. If he wants him to make it feel, he can feel. Otherwise he can remain quiet.
And there was also Rishabdev. Rishabdev was like creating the forest fire and he disappeared. Was this also that he could remain in the forest fire due to this siddhi, his last siddhi?
Now this question which you ask about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Rishabdev, I don't know why are you asking these questions. Do you believe that they are God or not God?
Yes, they are God.
So then why are you asking this question about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? He had the siddhi, he is Swam Bhagavan. He is the one who is giving the siddhis. He said that all siddhis come from me. And then you are asking, oh, he did not drown because he had this siddhi. So I said, yes, he is very tall. As the question, yatha question, tatha answer. Stupid question, stupid answer. So if he is Bhagavan, where is the point of forest fire, this fire? They can burn the whole universe. Okay.
I think it's stupid. I think my question is probably stupid.
Okay, I'll give stupid answers also.
I was just curious about when the siddhi of entering somebody's body, is it different than being possessed by a ghost?
Yes.
How is it different?
Because ghost, he can also enter, but he doesn't have that much power. Ghost also cannot enter everybody. He can also enter only some weak people. But the yogi has the power to enter anybody.
Thank you.
हाँ भाई तेरा क्या है अक्षय क्या नाम है आकाश अक्षय
Akshay.
हम्म
Hare Krishna Babaji, pranams. My question is not relevant to today's topic. It was about tomorrow's fasting. So, like in some of the days we fast, we break fast like on by eating like honoring Ekadashi Prasadam, like Gaur Purnima or Narasimha Chaturdashi. So tomorrow is like normal prasad. Some says like I was talking to Shri Charan Prabhu, and I was just thinking that both are Vishnu Tattva, so why is like that? Or like if you could give the details on this.
No, there is no detail in our school. I mean our parivar. We don't fast because there is no mention of this fast in Hari Bhakti Vilas. Hari Bhakti Vilas is that which gives the list of vratas. You know, for Vaman Dev, there is vrata. For Narasimha Dev, for Krishna, for Shiva. But there is no vrata, say, for Matsya Avatar or Kurma Avatar. So similarly, there is no vrata mentioned for Balram.
Okay.
But some people do fasting, so it depends. If your Guru Parampara does it, then you do it.
Okay.
Haribol.